Hello, everyone. My name is Monica Anderson, and today is December 4th, 2024. I can't believe it. I want to come to you today to just talk about everything going on in the world and what do I talk about? Why do you need to listen? Well, the world is changing as we speak, and we have so much happening, and they are making it really confusing and operating and putting out fear and everything else. Well, there is also another side going on where there is positive things going on. We have lived in a world where for the last, 2000 years, but let's just stick with the last 50, 60 years where this kind of tug of war has been going on and things haven't been seeming quite right. What has been going on and what is currently going on? So you're seeing a lot of people talking about XRP and XLM and all of these different cryptocurrencies, and Trump talking about cryptocurrencies and that we're definitely going that direction. This is where I come in and I talk about this because I am showing the spiritual side of it. Now, just a little caveat since we're on here, there are tons of videos and companies or YouTubes and X accounts and TikTok accounts that use my name and use my company name, Raw with Peace, and use my image. And they get you guys over to Telegram and get you into some sort of a scam. This is not that. And this is happening to a lot of creators, but it seems to be happening to me a little bit more than the average. And I think that's because there is not a creator that is coming out here without a motive to sell a course or get money. Um, what I am here to do is I am here to help illuminate a path, a timeline that I have created that I'm going on that is going to the a new beautiful earth that does not involve debt and mortgages and um, pain and angst and all this kind of stuff in courts and all of this. So, all of that is being transitioned and being changed. And that is what you're seeing as the upheaval. So, I want to kind of talk about what's happened in the last 4 years with the cryptocurrency and maybe shed a little bit of light on what I think, what I see. So there are two systems. There are two systems going on, and they always pit XRP and Bitcoin kind of like together for some reason. You might think, well, Bitcoin runs on its own decentralized blockchain. So does XRP. Okay, and right now we're just going to talk about XRP and Bitcoin. Okay, so XRP runs on its separate um, blockchain and it's decentralized as well. But there is this rumor or this misunderstanding that XRP is the banker's coin, and it is not the banker's coin. So during this change, so this whole thing that's been going on in the world, okay, and the gameplay has been that the team or the group that has been running things and they decided to run it where they enslave the people with having to get gold and silver or go get money for them. And they enslaved humanity. Well, a group of people, let's just say 60 years ago, finally had enough. They finally crossed the line and they have been working to change things and put their system in place. So, what they have done is they have created a system behind the scenes while the people who were dealing in Bitcoin, and you know who they are, they created a new product that worked on a higher frequency. Okay. And that is XRP. And then within that product, XRP product, they have been slowly integrating people with different AI. Now, we were supposed to have this negative timeline happen, and they were going to enslave us with Bitcoin. And they were going to have everybody get Bitcoin, and then they were going to control it. The thing is to understand about AI, if you're somebody who is afraid of AI, because of all the fear mongering that's gone on, and oh, they're going to be tracking everything. Well, everything has been tracked up until this point anyway. Okay. So you've had everything tracked. So now, believe it or not, we are going to be under a what I like to think of as a benevolent AI. So there was two AIs, a malevolent, which is a negative, or you would think of it as a negative, and a benevolent, meaning that it's positive towards human beings. We're not utilizing human beings' energy in order to get something for another group of people. And we're also not ingesting human beings for our fuel. Okay. That's the other thing that's ending. And that was the scourge that was on our world. Okay. And Bitcoin was used in 2000, started being used in 2009 for these nefarious purposes. So just for that reason alone, it will not be in this new higher frequencies. So if you go to the FedWire website, you will see that it says that the ISO 222 compliant tokens and banking standards will be fully in effect by March 10th of 2025. If that is the case, okay, so we're switching over to that. So it has to be in the higher frequencies. So if you're somebody that's into the spiritual thing, which is really what I talk about, we are expecting this big earth shift. And I am wondering, and put in the comments if you're somebody who has a YouTube channel and you're watching this or just has thoughts on this. It seems like we might have the shift, meaning right now all of the dimensions are in kind of energies are all together. You know how you might be living with people and just they don't see things the way you see things. Well, we're going to kind of get back split apart now. So everybody's kind of taken their places and living where they want to live and being how they want to be. And people who are seeing the spiritual thing are really, doing their meditations, doing all their clearing. Like what I do, I coach and I do life coaching, but I've added in this frequency software that I use, and I use it more as a health, kind of under my health coaching that I do. But it clears the frequencies and the using sound and frequency and color. It clears the frequencies of your biofield. So I'm able to send somebody, and I do this all remotely, which I love. I've been doing it for about a year. And actually, the gal that I got the software from is on here, and she has some interesting videos that kind of talk about a whole other aspect of things going on. But Dr. Kim, and she is at secretstoeverything.org. But she is posting on YouTube all the time. And we've talked about doing having her on my podcast, and to talk about the software and that kind of thing, but we just haven't done it yet, because we kind of have different things that we're doing. But anyway, the software is really great, and it is the future. It is the future, this kind of healing, this energy healing, and it can all be done remotely. We heal ourselves. So we heal ourselves. This is just getting you to a point where it's kind of like accelerating it. But if somebody doesn't have good intentions and they go and do this kind of frequency healing, but in their mind, they're like, it doesn't work, or they're thinking something negative, then it doesn't work as well, because it works intention based. But we can be our own med beds. We do not need to be sitting around sick and waiting for these med beds and not doing anything. We need to be doing stuff now. That's why I have compiled in my shop at shoprawwithpeace.com, all one word, shoprawwithpeace.com. I have included all of my scans that you can purchase on there. I have included products that are game changer products for your health. I have copper vessels to store your water in, lots of things, and they're all very beautiful things. So everything is to elevate your space. There's incense in there, lots of great stocking stuffers and things like that. And everything that I have is small businesses. So I'm basically taking small businesses that have products that I use and believe in, and I put them all together on my e-commerce store. So because I used to walk around knowing about all these things, and I would tell people about them and be standing on a street corner giving people links to stuff. So I finally got the store put together with all of the things that have totally changed the game for me and hundreds of other people. So definitely check out my store. But back to just the energies that we're in for December. December, you're going to find it. It's kind of going to feel pretty chill right now going into it. We're all happy, but things are going to ratchet up for some of you. And it's going to be like, what the heck? And I'm also seeing, and this is looking at the astrology, which you can, other people do that. So I don't just take up space doing that. But the astrology is showing December 24th, which is Christmas Eve. Should be pretty interesting. So let's see, you guys. It's all based on the timeline that you want to create. Once you get to the level that I'm at and you're fully wielding the energies, well, let's say 95%. I'm sure there's always more I can improve on, of course, but I'm fully wielding the energies. And now I feel like I can see it and I'm just dragging it in and it's just coming more and more in focus. And we have like 70 plus people, 74 people, but I don't know how many of those are include myself, but in my group, the reality shifters. And that is a group where we all meet every week and we're becoming a family in there. But if you are just awakening or you are advanced and you've awoken and you have a group of people or you don't, doesn't matter. I would love to invite you to join the Reality Shifters. And you can find the information, do a trial at therealityshifters.com. And I also have an option to join through the Academy and take my quantum transformation course. And I guarantee the course. So it's $97 a month, which I set it up that way so that you could, and it includes 4 courses, 3 that are done and 1 more coming, which is about herbalism. And this is all the quantum aspects of things. So this is all about everything I talk about, my podcast. It's all about quantum living. So, what is quantum living? How do you live in and understand this information? So, I want to take out it's fine to just listen to information, but we want to actually apply the information and live dynamic lives. And I actually took this information as I was awakened and illuminated to it, which I dramatically was illuminated to this information through the water birth that I delivered my daughter myself 6 years ago. So that's a whole story that I will record sometime. But everybody just know that what is going on right now and what's going on with South Korea and everything else is just a switch, a changing of the guards. And the guards, the people that were in power, they're not going to go down without a fight. So they're kicking and screaming, and they're going to do everything they can to give you misinformation and to make sure that you don't know what is going on. So, but we are getting information out. We are getting information out. So definitely tell people around you. I mean, that's really my mission right now. Put everything together for you, teaching you these things, have courses available to learn about this quantum age that we're going into. But bigger than that is right now making sure that you guys know that you don't need to be in fear and understanding that you are in full control of creating your own reality. And that is not just some trite thing to say. So, whatever it is, no matter what situation you're in, it can be changed if you have the courage to do it. And it takes guts to do this. It takes guts to live in this higher frequency. But what's so amazing is when you realize your sovereignty and realize you're sovereign and that you can create any life that you want, and coupled with the fact that it's all coming from your heart space. Okay, where it should have came from the whole time, but they lied to us and had us in our minds. Okay, this creates such a loving, abundant flow that you guys definitely want to be a part of. So I did a podcast last week. Are you a consumer? Are you a creator? And it's like we are creating every single day. I get up and I'm just so excited to see what is the day going to bring? What am I going to create? What's going to happen? So things are getting ready. I feel like we're at the very top of that roller coaster and we're just been going down a little bit and it's about to just go whoosh and just slide down and go on that loop de loop. And we're just going to have the time of our lives for these next couple of years. So just to round it up about the if you're listening about the cryptocurrency and you're wondering like, well, what ultimately is she saying? What I'm saying is the only tokens that will be in the higher energies will be any token, and there's only a few that are ISO 222 compliant tokens. Okay. And if you don't believe me or you don't know how to research or whatever, go to ChatGPT and ask it. Okay. So few months ago, ChatGPT would not admit to this information. Now it is. And I went through a whole thing in my group and showed them how I asked it all these questions and said, I know the truth. So it is now saying this and it says it on the FedWire page. Okay. So if you have Bitcoin or Ethereum or anything like that, you can keep it and that's fine. You don't need to be negative towards XRP about it. But I'm just saying that it will not, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they do not have the utility. They do not have the utility to work on the ISO blockchain. They do not, or the ISO compliant. They don't have enough energy. And so it could still be used though for nefarious things, but there's things that are being put in place so that everything is tracked. So nefarious things cannot be bought with XRP and XLM and all that. So definitely just check those out. Ask me in the comments below if you want to hear more information or you would like more information. Not, but if anybody contacts you that says they're me, it is not me and it is a scam and you just block it. Okay. Don't interact with them. But if you want information or you're wondering, you have questions, ask in the comments and I will answer you. And follow my podcast. I'm on Apple, Spotify, here on YouTube. Um, and I'm just trying to get the word out so that people are not in fear. And December, I think, is really going to be the month that we're going to make the big switch over with that sun shining down. We're going to make the big switch over to these new higher energies and this new way of living that's going to be conscious of the planet and more in a loving space and not this competitiveness. And we're not going to be silencing people that we don't agree with. And everybody is going to be having a loving, compassionate kind of manner about them. So look forward to it, everyone. And any of your blocks that you have, money blocks that you have, um, whatever, get working on those. Check out my store for resources. There is tons. Check out the blog, check out my products, check out my services. It's all here for you. It's all put together, and you can find all of it at shoprawwithpeace.com. You can find everything, my socials, everything. And definitely follow me here if you're listening on YouTube. Follow me here on YouTube because I need my 1,000 followers so that I can actually get my store connected with this so it can make it easier for you guys. So, we're going to be doing lots with the podcast. And as I go on my big adventures and journeys this next 2025 and 26, we're going to be doing amazing luxury retreats and going all over the world. And we're going to be filming it. So make sure you're following me and follow our adventures. And I'm going to be adding in my husband and Natalie, and you're going to see how a New Earth family lives. And everybody else is going to be doing things like that too. So I'm excited to see what everybody has and what everybody brings. Well, thank you, everyone. I had a great time today talking to you about this and just getting you guys excited about this new time that we're in and getting you prepped and ready for 2025. No longer are you going to be making these resolutions of being sick and having all this stuff. Okay. It's all going away. So check out my information for more. If you just want to get high vibrational and just want to clear some density, check my stuff out. I do like dancing videos and everything on TikTok because I just want to spread the joy because I'm so happy. So I want to encourage everybody to be a part of that and to express themselves in any way that they feel compelled to. We all want to see your unique vibration, and everybody's beautiful, unique vibration is needed at this time. So get out there, show us who you are, love your neighbor, be kind, and know that there is no reason for fear.